Yeah.
That's the
Solid Snake, he had the
Octo
camo, which would you just press up against the environment and it would take whatever. Do you remember that from the
So if you like sat next to a woman, you'd have some.
I'm married.
I'm asking a question. If you're wearing that suit and you sat next to a woman like on the subway or in Burger King, you would.
In a Subway or in a Burger King.
You would.
I would not accost them.
You wouldn't become femalic.
I'm surprised you haven't been arrested by now.
I'm for asking scientific questions.
No, for attempting any of these things that you're suggesting.
I have not attempted. I'm asking.
No, I think you know from firsthand.
I've never grown a breast in my life.
I don't think it works on people. It just takes like the same texture as.
He's saying he wants to sit next to a girl on a train and have her not know he's there and start honking.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
right.
if you sat.
there you go.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you press up against something, you look like it. So if you sat next to a woman, would you?
You can't say it doesn't work that way.
So if you sat down on top of her,
next to her, you press up against her. Do you grow femalic parts?
Yeah, I don't.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Well, Hideo Kojima needs to keep working.
So
yeah, you're right.
We look forward to great things in your next 50 years, Hideo Kojima.
Yes,
we
and
look
as many times as he said he wants to move on from Metal Gear.
Yeah, please do. I think that's fine.
And those are his fans that want him to. You know, people have been bugging him to make a new Zone of the Enders. Did
he do the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zone of the Enders is his.
I always associate really complicated, interesting games with his stuff, and I feel like that's sort of the way. Like you said, he did Castlevania. I was like, really? You know,
he does a lot. He does a lot of like just random producing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
consulting.
Anyway. Happy.
He's dipping his toes in lots
Happy
of
birthday,
things.
and I wish I knew. we should have learned how to say it in Japanese.
Right.
Happy birthday, Kojima-san.
Happy birthday, Roo.
Yes, happy birthday,
You're
Kojima.
50. You made it.
Happy birthday.
Okay, should we move on to our review for this special weekend edition of GameSlean?
Our featured Keith review.
So Keith Apicary can help me by talking a little bit. It says how to say in Japanese is
there you go.
O tanjobai omedetou gozaimasu.
Keith, you know how to say that.
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie.
That is a Japanese word.
Kojima-san.
Hi.
Let's talk about a review.
Yes, for a game that I did not play, but you
No
did.
one played this.
What is the
except
game?
me. All right, so
I don't have an Xbox 360.
What, you don't?
Oh my god, so embarrassing.
No, I have a PS3.
I don't have any of those.
So how
I have a
would you know?
PlayStation 3, so I gotta wait.
So a few episodes ago, I had, right before the episode, was driving to the studio, and I said to myself, hey, how come they haven't remade Flashback? And then lo and behold, as I'm sitting here in the studio talking about it.
How come why not?
Behold, your request was granted.
I look on the internet and I said, well, I wonder why I don't know about this. There was one in the works. Little did I know that the release date was the 21st of this month. And so I snatched it up right away.
Snatched.
I snatchered it up right away.
It up.
I see what you did there.
And I was very excited to start playing the game. Do we have footage?
Of you playing the game?
Yes, we do.
Let's show the footage. So here we go with the beginning.
This is
sequence.
a new flashback?
This was awesome.
New Flashback.
Because this was 3D rendering of the initial opening sequence of Flashback, a cartridge-based game, which was very quick. A foot lands, a laser blast hits the ground. You see that happen right there.
Shots.
And they come after him.
Cool.
The jetpack. He jumps, and they add a little bit more to it because at that point he just zooms off on a little speeder bike. But they look around for him. This is awesome.
I want to have a JanSport backpack like that.
I was very excited. That would be fantastic from JanSport.
Back to school, kids.
The art is it's
that was an NES controller. It looked like
probably
Did you see that?
was. There are a few sort of throwbacks to what
Star Wars,
80s things. At one point, you're doing the and I don't remember this from.
Watch your hair, man.
I don't remember a lot of the dialogue from the original.
That would
game.
happen to your hair?
But you know how there's a port. You guys played the original.
I've played it, but not
a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking the
Tom, I'm sure you
Stormtrooper
played
thing.
it. You
What's
played.
that?
You watched me playing it. when
Yes?
you were over my house in summers as my
The
cousin
original.
was visiting.
I've played the original Flashback.
Original Flashback?
Yeah.
I
I-
played the original Flashback too.
So
I do. In terms of it's Delphi, right?
It's awesome.
Delphi made
You
it
can
the
get
original.
the original on phones now.
This is made by somebody else.
I actually. Well, it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of the same people that made
the original
Flashback.
project head from the original game was part of this.
Yeah.
So there's your opening sequence. You land on Titan in the jungle. It's very well updated, and you're like, oh, cool, this is going to be great. And you start playing through, and it's not bad, but they've added voice acting, which is cool. Unfortunately, they added dialogue written by somebody from the 90s, somebody from like 2003. He says awesome sauce at one point.
Oh, come on.
Not even joking. There's a few lame dialogue things. When you charge up your shield or your health bar, which is very generous, by the way, it's not hard to play this game. It's unfortunately very easy. Where the old one, you had to line up your jumps, you had to plan what you were going to do, you had to make sure you had enough shield, you had to do all these things. This one, you can kind of just sort of run around and blast stuff. It feels like the old game. It
Josh,
looks
let
like
me
a
just
good
add-
new version of the old game, but it's very easy. You've got
Josh,
some.
let me.
Oh,
hey,
there we go.
Josh,
That looks like Flashback. Oh, so
Yeah.
I see. It's just it's like platformer.
It's the same. It's basically the same game with a lot of updates. What are you
That's
saying,
cool.
Tom?
just let me ask you this: where are the Velociraptors, and where's your hat if you're playing Dr.
Yeah,
Alan
with Dr.
Grant?
Grant.
Yeah.
Hat.
Well, that's
what
another
this
thing.
is, yeah.
It looks a lot like Jurassic Park.
But the
That's
Flashback
awesome.
looks like Jurassic Park too,
Get the
except
stun
it was
gun.
real basic colors.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
well,
where-
it's a
yeah, where are
platformer
those
in a
guys?
jungle, but you leave the jungle and it doesn't look like that anymore.
It also looks like Pitfall.
One of the problems with the voice acting is it's really fast. The guy's voice is annoying. You get more character development with the voice acting, so he's sort of an idiot, and you're kind of like, oh, great. I read one review where the guy said he preferred him as the strong silent type, and I completely agree. But you have a charge up shot with your gun, so you can blast like walls, like you could see a minute ago. You have a map you can check. You have your inventory, which isn't easily accessible, but you don't need to because you can kind of just blast through stuff. Your shield comes up because you have more buttons. You can pop your shield up with a shoulder button, like left trigger or something like that.
Watch out.
I really liked the 3D rendering of the game. It looks good.
It does look good.
It looks cool.
The jumping up and climbing, you got a lot of leeway.
Is
You
this
can be
out now?
You can be near the ledge, and he'll kind of jump forward and up. It's a little sloppy and loose, which sort of takes away from the original. And see, you get health nodules from when you blast the little spy bots. You have some added tech. You have goggles. He's using them right now, and it highlights. See that thing? A Morphi. It highlights different portions of the game so you can see sort of beyond what you should be able to see.
Beyond good and evil. See what I did there?
You can see beyond two souls.
Is this strictly just for like Xbox Live, or can you go out and buy
I don't know if there's a disc.
It's coming out for
It reminds me
PS.
of what Cliff Blazinski did with Shadow Complex.
It's an
I played
800-point Xbox game, which
Also
is
for PS3
$10.
soon.
But what I want to know.
coming out for PlayStation 3. So it's going to be a budget game. I don't think it'll have a disc because I don't think that they print disc games for less than $40.
And as far as like the voice acting, like was it needed, or like could they have
Yeah,
gone
there's
about what
because there was a lot of there was a lot of text to read. In
Can
the
the
original.
household home viewers hear the audio of this
It has
right now?
Nope.
Okay.
the audio-
There's no audio to go with the game.
So
Because that would interrupt our voices.
right.
Would
So-
you like to provide audio for the game, Keith?
budget game.
budget game?
Hey,
Well,
Keith,
yeah,
Keith, wait, would Keith like to provide audio for this game?
Yeah, sure. Hey, put them up.
What you're
Watch
seeing-
out. Hey, where'd you go? I can't see you. Come on, don't be a jerk.
So what you're seeing
Where
here
are you right
is
now? Oh,
the
it's
VR.
scary in here.
There-
The Matrix is the worst. I want to go home. Oh.
You can get into a VR
Neo,
world,
where are you?
similar to when they remade
Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Oh no, let's stop right here. Okay,
what's this guy
Bionic
doing?
Commando. Well, I'm explaining it. You
That
guys remember
platform
Bionic
scared
Commando?
him.
Yeah.
Bionic Commando was an old Nintendo game, an arcade game, and you had this retractable claw arm.
We all
You could swing around.
And a bad remake.
I
The
actually
remake
didn't,
was pretty fun.
I liked the remake, and it was hard. So
And then Splatterhouse,
Wait.
bad remake.
But in that game, you had a VR thing, and you could do training, and you could try the different moves, and you could in practice. This sort of has the same thing. You can kind of boost your character with XP by going into the virtual reality portion. You
have
can
to get on the subway and all that
uncover.
stuff, too,
You can
and enter the
uncover
code.
bonus memories, and as you uncover the memories, it progresses the storyline. There's a point where you're doing missions like this is one of the errand boy missions. You sort of get hired as a sort of just a I don't
Career?
know what you call it. I'd say an errand boy, but you're not always doing errands. Like right now, you have to run
You're doing
down
odd random
and
jobs
stop
for people.
like basically a reactor overload by getting down into the bottom of this place within a minute and a half.
So you don't do.
which
So
this
you're an
guy
errand
just
boy, but you
failed
don't
at.
do jobs like picking up old ladies' groceries or mowing the
No,
lawn.
the first one you deliver a message to somebody, then you escort a guy, which you had to do in the original game. So it follows the same. It follows the same story arc as the original.
Are they gonna do Out of This World?
Well,
Since
I
they
don't.
did
know.
this one.
that would be out of this world.
that
Am
would
I
be
right?
out of this world, man.
Signs point to no because I don't think people are going to like this one as much as they could have.
But Out of This World was more popular, wasn't it, or was Flashback?
It was like the same.
They came out at almost the same time. They were done slightly differently.
Because like if they were the same, Out of This World was the first one. It's surprising
They
didn't
came
do
out
that
almost
one.
the same time.
But I think
Yeah,
the
it was like the
storyline
same.
With
Out of This World was first.
with this, there's some funny things where while you're doing a mission, you have to go and find a replicant, which I was like, oh, a replicant, and then they call it a skin job, and I was like, oh, you're doing that now. Oh, retro,
You gotta play the original
Overall-
if you're gonna play the first one. This though, because the original is really fun and it looks cooler.
What are you saying?
Of this
The-
Flashback.
I probably would have preferred they just remade the original in high definition.
With no new
Instead of 4x3.
tweaks or
I like this game. I enjoy the game. I haven't finished it. It moves really fast. It was way harder to play the original.
Yeah, that was
The,
hard.
the original, you die all the time. You have to
Because
start
you can't
over.
grab that. You jump and you.
I think I
miss
died
and-
twice so far, and I'm already into New
That's because
Washington.
modern games are easy.
They added a train system. They added,
There was a train in the first one.
yeah, but it's more.
Subway.
Yeah, but it's more. It's animated. It's more.
Oh, it's cheaper. Less of a fare to get on.
It's Subway Eat Fresh.
Yeah, they added a Subway like the restaurant, so you can stop and have a break.
So yeah, the biggest complaints are the voice acting, the sloppy control. You can pretty much just jump over whatever. And remember, you'd get to that point when you're like, uh-oh, the lightning barrier is on the ground. You got to go right up to the edge because you weren't going to be able to just jump that on a run, And they're there, and you just hit the jump button. And if you hit it 4 or 5 times, you'll probably make it through. It's like the old one killed you, and you just were evaporated.
What's your rating?
My rating was... You want to throw out my scorecard? I bought it, but...
None point.
I bought it, but
So,
maybe.
none
There's
point
so
oh.
much text in this. I bought it, but maybe. GameSlean score, maybe.
because I was the only one who did it, so I just sort of took over and said, GameSlean score, I say maybe.
That's
Um,
fair, yeah.
If you played the original, it's $10. Get it. It's not. If you don't have anything else you're looking to get, or you're not saving up money, or you're not worried about how much you're going to spend, definitely, try it out, see if you like it. I didn't mind terribly that it had bad voice acting because the pace of the game is quick enough where you're sort of just kind of running through everything.
Well, from what you're telling me, it doesn't seem like the main focus, like the story. It's more about gameplay and things like that.
It
and
is.
environments.
It-
So like voice acting is just kind of like taking a backseat. So
It
not
is.
that
It's
big
not.
a
It's
deal.
not critical, but the gameplay being as sloppy as it was, and sort of fast and loose, it wasn't quite what I had wanted. Playing, Flashback. Like you played Flashback, and you had to. Oh man,
Flashback
out
was
of this
scary.
world was the same thing.
They both scared
It was
me.
so hard. You had to time everything. You had to plan it. You had to know
Flashback,
what was coming.
I mean, Out of This World has the same
and it was
enemies as
good for that reason. And,
Eco.
it was
Black Man.
like to steal a word from Keith.
Shadow Man.
It was a tight game. It was tight. Everything was just where it needed to be. This one, it's sort of like we made Flashback and we made it flashy. It's flashy back, you know.
Flashier
It's
back.
it's got 3D graphics. It looks a lot like the beginning when you open up your menu. You're like, ooh, this is cool because as you select the menus, it moves through a 3D world to a couple of different places, and it looked a lot like Blade Runner. It's raining. It's future. These characters in the background on old brick
Every
buildings.
90s sci-fi game
You know what I
looks like
mean?
Blade Runner.
It brought a lot. It's like, ooh, we're nostalgic. There's a little bit of that happening, and it looked cool. I mean, the graphics look cool. They're not top notch or anything. They're not super high quality.
I have to urinate.
well, then go.
Is it over?
It's over for you.
Should I leave?
So my review is pretty much over. If you played it, the original, you'll probably like this one just for this fact that, you know, it's like, oh, cool, look, they remade it. But they could have done a better job.
Oh no.
If you're new to the game, you've never played it before,
Keith's gonna urinate on the camera.
I have a feeling it will get maybe younger players to
One footage
play the
stuff
old
is
one again and
hard to
see
do.
where the game came from. If you're really into playing video games and you want to see where this one started out,
Is this where I go?
yeah.
So Josh, would you say that this game
Pile of
is
wires.
So Josh, would you say that this game is a fast and loose game about sloppy skin jobs? Then buy it maybe.
I wouldn't, but you can.
There you go. There's my tagline. Put it on the box.
Put it on the box.
Put it on the box. Thanks, Sergeant Ski.
So that's my review of Flashback 2013.
Yes.
Flashback.
Good,
you
Quest
have it.
for-
If you try to look it up on
Quest
the
for a
internet,
New
you're just going to
Identity.
find the old one. So put in 2013. That's the unofficial title. To find
Download the ROM for the old one and play that instead, and that's free.
Flashback 13 gets a maybe.
Yeah,
GameSlean
it's a
TV.
maybe. I didn't want to say borrow because you can't borrow it. It's
No.
digital only.
Unless
So-
you borrow somebody's system wearing a ski mask from their house when they're not home.
Definitely try it out. You know, there's a demo. You can demo it because it's Xbox. Xbox does a demo of everything. And I played through, and then I decided I'm going to actually buy this because I want to do it. It was
So
only
you
10
bought it
bucks.
real low cheap.
I bought it. I don't know, Xbox low cheap. It wasn't as cheap as it could be.
What
So
you
that's-
have to do is what I do when I want to buy games. Because Nathan's credit card is still connected to my PS3, I just use that.
Oh man! I wish I had that option.
I'll let you borrow the PS3 sometime.
You should send it over to me. I'll send you mine.
That's
We'll
low.
trade.
I'll send it over, and then we can just start downloading
He's
stuff.
gonna change the password now tonight.
I mean,
Whoever that guy is.
Don't let
mean,
Keith. Don't let Keith call Nathan tonight. Unplug the
I
phone.
mean-
I don't even
I mean-
know who you're talking about.
I mean, just kidding. Seth didn't download Dead Space 2 using your credit card.
Rat.
I don't have a credit card. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys get all the bonuses for being close to my brother. I get nothing. I just get
It's
the
really-
annoyance.
It's really just Seth wheezing it, and then I play the stuff that Seth downloads.
Well, there you go. It's the best way to do it.
So you just
Seth
blame
is
it
in
for
Burning Man
everything.
right now, by the way. Cheffid, the real Cheffid Rigsby, is at Burning Man 2013 with a whole bunch of
Crusty
hippies.
women.
With a whole bunch of crusty hippies right now.
Uh,
He left a little while ago.
He's going to catch the cosmic rays.
Did I hear women?
At Burning Man, Seth is there.
Oh, jeepers.
Cheffid.
Keith Apicary, for a guy who's been on the internet in front of cameras for as long as you have, you're terrible at this.
At
Yeah,
being
what are
on
you
the
doing?
camera.
You even know
It's
it.
because he got 30 cameras. The guy doesn't know where to look.
Look straight.
Skycam.
The monitor tells you where to look, where you are.
I
Right
can't.
now.
What
see
you
that
have
far.
to
I
do,
need
what you have to
glasses.
do is just focus on Xander the whole time. Just stare at him.
Okay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's usually the way to go.
So here's our long, dragged out weekend edition.
yes.
We had
Is there-
nothing
is there-
better to
Is there
do.
anything else? I think that's gonna
I
wrap
think
it up
that's
for
it.
us. Yeah.
Everybody tune in to see Keith's new song. He's putting it up tomorrow. Keith of Rage.
Yes.
Keith of Rage.
Yeah, that too.
We're doing a show Thursday still. I won't be here. I'll be on vacation. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourselves in the steamy
Summer's
studio.
almost over, guys. Get
I'll
that
be
vacation in while
Back
you
to
can.
school.
Back to school's coming.
Yeah.
More Jam That Turbo episodes up this week with special guest request episodes.
What are we doing?
For
What do you guys?
one guy who watches
All
What do you
one
guys
thing.
plan on doing Thursday?
We have no idea.
No idea. Nothing's happening.
We'll review something. We'll talk about something. I don't know. Our staff writer Nick is gonna come up with something for us to talk about. So
Let's
There you
talk. Let's talk about like what do you guys? What does the chat want to see? Do they want to see us talk about Max Payne 3 or the Uncharted series? Because I
Wait a
borrowed
second,
those.
wait a second.
What?
I got a question.
What?
Tomb has a woman in his bed right now.
We already tried.
And he's talking about video games to a computer for
Yeah.
over an hour.
We tried
So?
to get her to show
That's
herself. And she didn't want
crazy
to.
to me. That like defies gravity.
Right.
And
Tony could appear on camera.
Yeah.
Tony, she's shaking her head no.
The chat room is
doesn't want
going
to
to
be
light
classified.
up. The chat room is going to go insane.
Your girlfriend's name is Tony?
Her name is Ralph. Ralph
That's
Chunk.
sort
What
of
do you think?
funny.
That's you'd call that questionable judgment, right?
We've never seen Tony.
They say that they're saying that you may or may not exist because nobody's ever seen
But-
you.
He's talking to no one.
But their name is Tony.
she's coming-
Yeah,
she's
Tony
coming over-
is your
No,
girlfriend? Wait a
she's-
second.
She's coming over to prove that she
How
exists,
is
right?
he doing
Yeah,
today?
right.
Push is coming to shove.
How
He
is
found
he?
someone on Craigslist and
It's a woman! You're not a man.
Wow.
She is real,
That-
everything.
Correction, her name is not Tony, it's Ralph Chunks is her full name.
Really?
Because the first time she saw Tom naked, she Ralph Chunks.
That is not true.
Yeah, right.
That'd be what I
see
do.
I can see the stains on her shirt.
That's what I'd have done.
No, she enjoys me.
I don't believe that at all.
That's impossible.
You don't do beautiful exercises that make your muscles grow.
Jared's
anymore.
back now, so now I'm exercising. Jared's got me on the plan,
Good.
man.
Jared's got you on the plan. Pyramid
Jared's got me
plan.
on the plan.
Creatine.
I'm gonna be physically fit for the 21st century now.
Physically
You better watch
fit.
out.
Watch out.
You better watch out. You better watch out, Josh. I'm coming back.
Did you get
I'm
your
coming.
German creatine?
Coming. I still have the German creatine. I'm coming for you. I used it once, and then,
Coming for
I used it once.
Oh, you're all set
Oh,
now.
once I got my pump.
all I needed it was once, and now I'm getting huge again.
He probably drank it and then just laid face down on the ground waiting for it to start doing something.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. Don't worry. I'm coming.
Well, that's
I'm
good.
gonna
All
out.
it did was enhance his back hair.
Enhance
Didn't
your
enhance my-
calm.
It didn't enhance my back hair.
That's the only thing you know how to work out is your back
Next,
hair.
you know what you guys should do is think of a bunch of taglines and memorable lines from movies from the 90s and just quiz Tom on it.
Do it right now. Go.
Enhance your calm.
Enhance your calm is from Demolition Man. Right?
Ah, he's good.
Someone,
He's good.
someone in the chat room quizzed Tom right now on a quote from a movie.
There's what as the numbers gone
this
down.
is an easy one, but see you at the party, Richter.
Yeah, Total Recall.
That was the onset of
That was a hard
television
one.
today.
What else can we do? A 90s movie. Dang it, I can't think of anything good right now.
Sometimes I have to like hear the actor do it. Like if you say it wrong,
This
I might
is
not
an
be
easy
able to get
one. You'll get this. 2 weeks.
it. 2 weeks is Total Recall again. Come on, you guys can't use the same movie over and over
All right,
again.
how about $2?
Oh, I was gonna know $5. It was $2. $2.
Wait, you talking about $2? $2? You talking about $5 footlongs? What are you guys talking
No,
about?
$2.
$2.
$2.
Oh, he doesn't know!
He doesn't know that one. That's going
We
back a little
stumped
farther.
Tomb.
That goes
That's
back a
the
little farther.
80s.
That was the one I was gonna do next.
$2. Come on, man.
Mother would not be pleased.
Gee, sorry your mom died, Ricky.
$2.
Come on, you don't know that?
That's a good. And the stuff thing crawls off the plate.
He's definitely Googling it right now.
He is.
$2? No, I'm not. I'm trying to really think of this. Give me some other stuff from the movie.
Kid on a
Is this-
BMX bike saying $2.
I want my $2.
Is this from Rad or something?
No, get Jared in there. He'll tell you.
Oh, is it from Gleaming the Cube or
No.
Thrashin'? Thrashin'?
No,
No.
nothing like that.
It's a BMX bike though.
No, but
just
it's not
the
about
character.
BMX
It's
movie.
not about it.
It's not about BMX.
He's a kid on.
This is
it's
pure
not-
snow.
I'll give you a hint.
You know what the street
All right.
value of this is?
Have you ever read How to Pick Up Trashy Women?
No, I don't know what you're
Does
talking
anyone in the
about.
chat room know this movie?
Yeah, we know.
Somebody
it.
saying,
Well,
somebody saying better off. Somebody saying better off dead.
Yes. Who won?
John Cusack.
That's not an action movie.
We
It's
didn't
an
say
80s movie. It's an
80s or
80s
90s movies.
Yeah,
Bro,
but you said.
all right,
action
Tomb
movie.
is exclusively 90s and 80s action
What do you
movie.
think I am? A wuss watching John Cusack movies all day like you?
It was a comedy, like your life and your face.
The only comedy worth watching ever is Captain Ron, and everybody knows that.
Captain Ron.
Yeah,
That's a pretty funny movie.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
What's a quote from that? Hey, I'm Captain Ron. Look at my boat.
I would say that my two favorite comedies of all time are Captain Ron and Major Payne.
What about Ghostbusters?
Major Pain.
Major Pain is
Payne,
stupid.
come on.
The movie is so dumb.
I don't really
No,
like that
Major
one.
Payne. Major Payne is hilarious.
No.
It's got Bam Bam Bigelow. Any movie with
I
Bam Bam
disagree.
Bigelow is
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty tight.
Yes.
He's got
Big Trouble in
flames
Little
for
China.
hair, that guy.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China, Ghostbusters. You guys.
It
these
was
are all-
a dark and
Those are
stormy
action
night,
comedies.
and old Jack was taking care of business.
Yeah, exactly. That movie. Yeah, that movie is. I really like Big Trouble in Little China.
We were playing a game the other day. We were watching something, and they were talking. Somebody popped up, and was it you? And said, "Oh, it's Lopan."
That might have been me, but like I think Keith actually looks a little bit like David Lopan if you look at him.
Successful?
He looks like
He's
he's
about
500
900 years
He
old.
looks like he's 500 years old and dead,
He's been in movies,
and he's looking for girls with the green eyes.
Yeah, I saw him on an
but
airplane,
he's famous, is what you're saying.
and I totally wanted to get his autograph, but I chickened out.
I have his auto. Wait, Kurt Russell
He
or
probably has
No,
a tattoo
Lopan.
somewhere on his body.
Lopan.
I have Lopan's autograph.
Mr. Kim from Fifth Element.
He was also in the.
Oh, Mr.
Seinfeld.
Dallas Fortune for you.
He was also in that episode of Seinfeld with the Seinfeld boy.
Seinfeld for.
Seinfeld boy.
I love that guy.
And he's in Blade Runner.
He is he? Oh, I make the
Yeah.
eyes. I just
The
make
guy
the
that-
eyes.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look like him. No, that's not him.
That is him.
He looks different.
He looks like
I-
he's been the same age for 30 years.
I met him
He's
at
been
a
old since
convention.
he was born.
Yeah.
No, I met him at a convention a couple years ago. He does look like he's about 10,000 years old now.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a female
He actually
arm.
looks like Lopan now.
He actually looks like Lopan now. Yeah.
Our conversation has digressed.
That's
All
fine.
right, come on. Hit me with some more quotes. I got them all.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, we don't watch as many movies as you.
Yeah, we're not as cool as
I'd have to look through
We
a couple.
see the
I'm
sun.
trying to think of some that I know you'll get, but I can't think of any lines from it. I can only think of like things that happen in the movie.
I
I
got
can
one.
do-
I'll be right back.
I mean, it sounds like you're trying to do a Terminator line, but I don't know what the heck you're.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
How do you do that?
I could do a Keith Apicary impression.
Oh, no, you can't.
Hi, I'm Keith Apicary.
You sound like Brental Floss.
I'm Keith Apicary.
Everyone who
Hey,
tries to do
buddy.
my voice fails at it.
I might
Hey,
be able to do
buddy.
it.
I don't have a
Apicary.
speech impediment. I have a tongue enhancement.
Tongue enhancement.
Tom, I'll give you one more 90s action quote.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
And I think only LARP fan will get this in the chat.
Lark Fan's your brother, isn't it?
Is Lark fan Jeff?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right,
Yeah,
ready?
wait, before you do this, let me just point out that Jeff blew off the show tonight to go LARPing.
No, because he was too tired after LARPing.
He's too tired after the LARP to do the show.
I told him to cast a regeneration spell. It didn't seem to work.
All right, ready?
Magic missile.
I cast magic missile on you.
Just say it, Nick. Go.
Want some of my fries?
What's on my fries?
McDonald's commercial, 1987.
McDonald's commercial.
No,
No.
that's another one along the same lines as what we were just talking about.
Is this a comedy?
No, it's an action movie.
Want some of my fries?
Do it in the voice.
Give me another line. I don't know.
Want some of my fries?
Steve Urkel.
Yeah. Did I
No one's gonna get it. No one's
did-
gonna
did-
get it.
I
It's the most
knew
obscure
that.
line ever.
Pee-wee's Big Top.
Yeah,
It's
Pee
not
Wee's
an
Big
action
Top.
movie.
I don't know. Give me another line. Give me a setup here.
I cannot think of what that
No,
one.
That's all I
idea.
get.
I have no idea.
Those are the only lines
You don't
in the
even
movie.
know what movie it is. You're just saying
That's
you
a
want
real
some
quick
fries.
movie.
I don't know
I
what
don't know.
that could be.
What is it?
It's Terminator 2.
Is that
That's
from
like a
Terminator?
randomest line ever. It's
Oh,
like
it
an
is.
extra walking
Well,
by
yeah,
said
it's
it.
like yeah,
It's like the most obscure line ever.
yeah. It's like
That's
come
like
on,
saying-
we're gonna get out of here.
That's like saying the car.
No, it's way better than that.
I believe they actually say that in that movie in the arcade scene.
I think they also
Maybe
say
not.
that in like
Probably.
every movie ever, probably.
I also want to point out that Terminator 1 is way better than Terminator 2.
Way
But
better.
Terminator 2 has Butnick.
I've seen Terminator 2 like 5 times.
And Afterburner.
Terminator 1 is way
Deluxe
better.
arcade cabinet.
Oh yeah.
That was the best part of that movie. The best, his best actor in the movie was the Afterburner.
Yeah, and you had an Afterburner, and then you sold it.
I know the guy. Talk to him on Clav, who owns the actual one from
that
Terminator
movie?
2. It's in Portland, Oregon. That Afterburner Deluxe. And then, yes, I owned my own Afterburner Deluxe
And it
cabinet.
broke.
It chose when it wanted to operate.
Works sometimes.
They always
Oh,
break.
Josh, that actor's name that played Lo Pan, I just read, it's James Hong, I think.
James Hong, that's right.
Hey, I met him at a convention, so.
He's like the 80s version of Kim Jong.
No, he's not like that
Kim
at all.
Jong Il, the communist leader of North
Yeah,
Korea.
the guy in Community.
What?
Kim
What are you
Jong-il.
talking about?
Kim
Yeah,
Jong Il.
there goes Keith again, making
Political
broad
statements.
No, what's his name?
types.
The guy on Community?
Yeah,
I don't know what
Hangover
his
and all
name
those
is.
movies.
What the heck are you talking
All
about?
those comedy flicks.
I don't know his name.
The Asian guy who's oversaturating the market nowadays in entertainment.
It's
He's
late.
like the only Asian man in movies right now.
I hope
Ken
everyone's
Jeong.
enjoying this show.
This is the special Keith edition, and this will give you a glimpse into the inner of Keith's mind.
This is a new show.
All it is sort of a
This is-
breeze blowing through a cavern.
This is the pilot episode of a new show called Movie Talk with Tomb.
we were gonna do
this is
we were
called
gonna do
movie-
movie talk with Jeff and Josh.
movie talk.
Basically, the two
Right.
of us just argue with each other about the merits
speak-
of different movies.
Speaking of movie talk, I saw Your Next the other day, and it was awesome.
You like those though.
And Josh, I have this to say to you. Wait, get the camera back on me. You're next.
Oh, he said the title.
It's actually I've heard the ad like 1,000 times on Pandora lately.
You're next.
I'm not interested.
The
at
billboards are all like meta, and they're like ripped down old billboards, and someone spray painted "You're next" on it. It's supposed to be like, well, is that graffiti, or am I actually next?
Yeah,
Or
I don't
what's
care.
happening here?
It was really good. It was like an 80s throwback horror film. The soundtrack was like synth, so it was very 80s.
Oh, really?
Ty West, the director of like a lot of stuff, had a lot to do with it. Like I think he might have produced it or whatever. But yeah, the kills were pretty inventive. It was the story was cool. It was a good take on the home invasion genre. So if you are into horror movies, I would go and see it.
all. Okay.
It was cool.
Thanks. That was Movie Talk with Tomb.
And also, you're next.
You're dead.
You're dead.
You stink.
You're dead.
You
Oh,
stink
and,
at movies.
And in another movie talking with Tomb, I
All
saw.
right, we're gonna have to cut
We should
him
just
off.
cut back.
Cut
And
it.
everyone here has left. The couches are empty and
Wait,
Tomb's
wait,
just
wait,
going on.
I saw Back to the Future at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery last night, and it was awesome.
We should all just leave and have Tom just do an hour of quotes for movies alone and see who stays and watches.
1.21.
It'll be like the new kind of Let's Play.
Hey, guy, 1.21 gigawatts. I'm Doc Brown, guys. The
Anyway,
clock tower.
thanks for tuning in.
Yes, on that note, guys, it's time to end. Guys, check out Keith's new single coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. Keith of Rage tomorrow.
Keith of Rage,
live,
definitely check it out.
Inside some gigabytes.
The name of the song is Keith has some rage sometimes against the machine and the cage.
Yes.
All right.
Rage Against the
thank you
Machine.
Somebody
so
cut
much.
him off.
Keith, thank you so much for being with us
Thanks for
tonight.
having
Thank
me.
you for
Thank
being a
you
guest,
very
helping us host.
Thanks.
Guys, check out our website at GameSlean TV. Follow us on Twitter at GameSlean. Like us on Facebook. Any other final remarks?
I have
My
nothing.
article just came out today on Splinter Cell Blacklist. Go check it out on GameSlean.tv. I hope you like it.
All right, we're over the lyrics here, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on GameSlean.
Go to GameSlean.tv.
Bye.